Hi, I'm Karl from Arduino, and today we're going to talk about manual devices in the Arduino Cloud. Manual devices allow you to connect to the Arduino Cloud without using a physical Arduino board. Instead, we're going to use JavaScript and Python code to connect to the Arduino Cloud. This means that you can integrate your existing Python and JavaScript projects with your Arduino projects using the Arduino Cloud. And today, we're going to take a look at a couple of examples that will get you started. So first up is a Python script that we made. This script reads a CSV file that we populated with a list of variables and a set of values. After it reads it, it connects to the cloud and then sends all of the values to the cloud. In this case, I've added 5 variables in the cloud and then added them to the CSV file and configured a new value. Now, when I run the Python script, all of these values will change instantly. So if I go over to Arduino Cloud Thing interface, you can see that all of these values now have the same value as my CSV file. Now, the cool thing with this is that you can use variable synchronization to link the variables that you have in your Python device with variables that are present on your Arduino devices. So let's say you have 10 devices with 10 unique variables. All of these variables can actually be changed directly from the CSV files by just simply running the Python script. So this basically means that you can reprogram or reconfigure your Arduino Cloud parameters from a CSV file, meaning that you can perform bulk changes to all of your board simply by editing your CSV file and running the Python script. Now, this Python script is not very complicated, but we're going to go through the script step by step so that you can understand what's going on. So to make this work, we need to install the Arduino IoT Cloud package, which we can use the pip tool for. The device ID and secret key are credentials generated in the Arduino Cloud that you need to connect to the cloud. We then have a function that I'm not going to go too much in depth with, but it essentially reads the CSV file and returns an array of all the variables in the file, plus the values. Finally, we have a loop that iterates through the array of variables and values. First, it registers the variable, then it sends the variable's new values to the cloud. The client.start function launches the application. In this case, we're just performing a one-time value update, so it essentially doesn't do anything after the loop is completed. If you're familiar with Python, this script should be pretty straightforward. To learn more about setting up a Python manual device, you can visit the documentation in the link below. You can also check out the GitHub repository, where you'll find the project that we just went through, documented step by step. Now I'm going to hand over to my colleague Jacob, who's going to show you how to access Arduino Cloud through JavaScript.
Another advantage of using these manual devices is that it's a lot easier to call external APIs from a Node.js or a Python script than from an Arduino board, and you will generally find a lot more ready-made examples to start from. For example, here's a project where I connect to the OpenAI Natural Language GPT API to create a ChatGPT-like chatbot in the Arduino Cloud. So, what's the secret advantage here then? Well, I've used this to give the chatbot some control over my IoT variables. Look here how I can turn the lamp on by just telling it to. There you go. Let's have a quick look at the code. The thought process is that after we've set up the connection to the Arduino Cloud, we'll route the messages that we receive from the Messenger widget to the OpenAI API with an added instruction that lets the API know that we expect it to control variables. The server then returns an answer, and we'll then analyze that answer and use what we find to change our cloud variables. We'll share a GitHub repository in the description below that contains all the code for this project in case it's something you want to play around with yourself.